Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EasyTalk English. I'm Linda, and I'm really happy you're here with us today. If you want to improve your English while talking about real-life topics that truly matter, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about something very personal, your strengths and your weaknesses.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel unsure about yourself? Like you don't really know what you're good at or what you need to improve? Maybe you feel confused when you try to think about your own abilities.
Yes, that's a very common feeling. Many people don't clearly understand their strengths and weaknesses. They often focus too much on what they are not good at, and they forget to see what they are good at.
I can relate to that. Sometimes I only think about my mistakes, and I don't notice the things I do well. It makes me feel less confident.
Exactly. When you don't know your strengths, your confidence can become low. And when you focus too much on your weaknesses, you may start to feel bad about yourself.
So it's not just about skills, it also affects how you feel about yourself.
Yes, it does. But here's something important to remember. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. It's a normal part of being human. No one is perfect, and that's okay.
That's a very helpful idea. It means we don't need to feel bad about having weaknesses.
Exactly. And in today's episode, we're going to explore this topic together in a simple and practical way.
We'll talk about what strengths and weaknesses are, why it can be hard to see them, how to talk about them in English, and how you can improve yourself step by step.
And here's something very important to remember. You are not just your weaknesses. You also have strengths.
And before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through real conversations like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to EasyTalk English.
All right, let's get started. You know, Alex, I think one of the biggest challenges is that many people don't really know their own strengths. When they think about themselves, they often focus on what they are not good at, and because of that, they start to feel like they are not good enough.
Yes, I completely understand that. I've had many moments where I only think about my mistakes. I focus on what I did wrong, and I forget about the things I did well. After a while, that creates a lot of self-doubt.
Exactly. You can say, I don't know my strengths, or I focus on my weaknesses, and that describes the situation very clearly. When you think this way, it becomes harder to feel confident.
Yes, and the more I focus on my weaknesses, the more I feel like I'm not good enough. Even if I do something well, I don't really notice it.
That's very common. And I think another reason is comparison. When you compare yourself to others, you often see their strengths, but only your weaknesses.
Yes, that's true. I compare myself sometimes, especially when I see someone doing something better than me. Then I start to feel like I'm behind or not good enough.
Exactly. You can say, I compare myself when you look at others and judge yourself. And that comparison can make your weaknesses feel bigger than they really are.
But recently, I've been trying to change that a little. Instead of only focusing on my mistakes, I try to notice what I'm doing well. It's not easy, but it helps.
That's a very good step. When you start to see your strengths, even small ones, your thinking begins to change. You feel more balanced and more confident.
Yes, I think it's about awareness again. When you pay attention, you start to see both sides, not just the negative.
Exactly. And this is a very important idea. Sometimes you only see what's wrong and forget what's right.
That sentence really describes the problem clearly. It's not that you don't have strengths, it's that you don't see them.
Yes, and that's why it's important to remind yourself, I want to improve, but also remember that you already have good qualities.
Simple sentences, but very real.
Exactly.
So, Linda, before we talk about how to improve ourselves, I think we should start with a basic question. What are strengths and weaknesses? These are common words, but not everyone understands them clearly.
Yes, that's a great place to start. In a simple way, strengths are the things you are good at. They are your abilities, your skills, or even your positive qualities. Weaknesses, on the other hand, are the things you need to improve.
So, strengths are what we do well, and weaknesses are where we can grow.
Exactly. It's not about being perfect or not perfect. It's simply about knowing what you do well and what you can work on. Everyone has both strengths and weaknesses.
I like that idea. It makes you feel more normal. Sometimes people think having weaknesses is a bad thing, but actually, it's just part of life.
Yes, that's very important. Weaknesses are not something to feel ashamed of. They are a natural part of being human, and they give you a chance to improve.
So instead of thinking, I have weaknesses, so I'm not good enough, we should think, this is something I can work on.
Exactly. That's a healthier way to see it. And when you talk about strengths and weaknesses in English, you can use very simple sentences.
For example, you can say, I am good at this when you talk about something you do well.
Yes, and you can also say, this is my strength, to describe your strong points. It's a simple and clear way to talk about yourself.
And for weaknesses, you can say, I need to improve this, which sounds positive and focused on growth.
Exactly. You can also say, this is my weakness, but it's important to say it in a calm and accepting way.
So it's not about judging yourself, but about understanding yourself.
Yes, that's the key idea. Strengths and weaknesses are just information about yourself. They help you understand who you are and how you can grow.
I really like that. It makes self-improvement feel more balanced and less stressful.
Exactly.
So, Linda, if everyone has both strengths and weaknesses, why do we often focus more on our weaknesses? Why is it easier to see what's wrong than what's right?
That's a very good question. One main reason is comparison. When you compare yourself to others, you usually see their strengths very clearly. At the same time, you become more aware of your own weaknesses.
Yes, I've experienced that. When I compare myself to someone who is better at something, I start to feel like I'm not good enough. I don't see my own strengths in that moment.
Exactly. And another reason is fear. People are often afraid of making mistakes or not being good enough. Because of that fear, they focus more on what they need to fix.
That makes sense. When I feel afraid of failing, I think more about my weaknesses. I start to worry about what could go wrong.
Yes, and this leads to negative thinking. When your thinking is negative, you naturally focus on problems first. You notice your mistakes more than your successes.
I can really relate to that. Sometimes I only remember what I did wrong, even if I did many things right. It's like my mind focuses on the negative part.
Exactly. You can say, I focus on my mistakes to describe that habit. And over time, that habit can affect how you see yourself.
Yes, and when I focus too much on my mistakes, I start to feel like I'm not good enough. It affects my confidence.
That's very common. You can say, I feel not good enough, or I doubt myself when you have those thoughts. This is called self-criticism, when you are too hard on yourself.
I think self-criticism is a big problem. Instead of encouraging ourselves, we judge ourselves too much.
Yes, and that's why it's important to notice how you think. If you always think negatively, it becomes your habit.
So you can say, I think negatively, when you focus more on problems than solutions.
Exactly. And once you are aware of this pattern, you can start to change it.
So in summary, we focus too much on weaknesses because of comparison, fear, and negative thinking.
Yes, and understanding these reasons is the first step to seeing yourself in a more balanced way.
Simple idea, but very important.
Exactly.
So Linda, we've talked about why people focus on weaknesses, but I think another question is, why is it so hard to see our own strengths? Even when we have them, we don't always notice them.
Yes, that's a very important point. One reason is that we often take our strengths for granted. If something is easy for you, you may not see it as a strength. You think, this is normal, so you don't notice it.
That's really true. If I can do something easily, I don't think it's special. I only notice things that are difficult for me.
Exactly. You can say, I don't notice when you overlook your good qualities. Your strengths are there, but you don't pay attention to them.
I think low confidence is a big reason. When you don't feel confident, it's hard to believe that you have strengths.
Yes, that's very true. When your confidence is low, you may feel unsure about yourself. You can say, I feel unsure, when you don't believe in your abilities.
And when I feel unsure, I don't trust myself. Even if I do something well, I don't think it's important.
Exactly. And another reason is lack of reflection. If you don't take time to think about yourself, you don't see your strengths clearly.
Yes, that makes sense. If I don't reflect, I just move from one day to another without noticing what I do well.
Exactly. Reflection helps you see both your strengths and your weaknesses. Without it, you only see what feels obvious, and often that is the negative.
And I think comparison also plays a role here. When I compare myself too much, I focus on what others do better, and I forget my own strengths.
Yes, that's very true. You can say, I compare myself when you look at others and judge yourself. And when you do that too much, your strengths feel smaller.
So you might say, I don't see my strengths, even though they are there.
Exactly. It's not that you don't have strengths, it's that you don't recognize them.
So, in summary, it's hard to see your strengths because you don't notice them, you feel unsure, you don't reflect, and you compare yourself too much.
Yes, and once you understand this, you can start to see yourself more clearly and more fairly.
Simple idea, but very powerful.
Exactly.
So, Linda, we've talked a lot about weaknesses, but I think many people feel uncomfortable when they think about them. Why is it important to accept our weaknesses instead of avoiding them?
That's a very important question. First, we need to understand that weakness does not mean failure. Having weaknesses is a normal part of being human. It doesn't mean you are not good enough. It just means there is something you can improve.
I really like that idea because sometimes people think, if I have weaknesses, I'm not good, but actually, it's just part of learning.
Exactly. You can say, I have weaknesses in a calm and accepting way. When you accept that, you stop judging yourself so harshly.
And I think when you accept yourself, you feel less pressure. You don't need to be perfect all the time.
Yes, that's the key. Accepting yourself means understanding that you are not perfect, and that's okay. Weaknesses can actually become learning opportunities.
So, instead of seeing a weakness as something negative, we can see it as something to learn from.
Exactly. That's called a growth mindset. You don't see problems as the end, you see them as a chance to grow.
That reminds me of a simple but powerful idea. I'm not perfect, and that's okay.
Yes, that's a very important moment. When you accept that idea, you become more relaxed and more open to improvement.
And instead of feeling bad, you can say, I can improve, which feels more positive.
Exactly. And you can also say, I learn from it, when you use your weaknesses as lessons.
I think that changes everything. Instead of avoiding weaknesses, you start to understand them.
Yes, and when you accept your weaknesses, you give yourself the chance to grow.
So in summary, accepting weaknesses is important because it reduces pressure and helps you learn.
Exactly.
So Linda, after everything we've discussed, I think the next question is very practical. How can we actually use our strengths and improve our weaknesses in real life?
That's a great question. A good place to start is to focus on your strengths. When you know what you are good at, you can use those strengths in your daily life. This helps you feel more confident and more motivated.
That makes sense. Instead of only thinking about what is wrong, you also use what is already good. You can say, I use my strengths to describe that.
Exactly. And when you use your strengths, you build confidence naturally. At the same time, you don't ignore your weaknesses. You just work on them in a calm and balanced way.
I like that idea. It feels more realistic. You don't try to fix everything at once. You improve slowly.
Yes, that's very important. You can say, I improve slowly, and that shows patience. Real improvement takes time, and small progress is still progress.
And I think practice is also very important. If you want to improve something, you need to do it again and again.
Exactly. You can say, I practice to describe that process. Practice helps you turn a weakness into something better over time.
So it's about balance, right? You use your strengths, and at the same time, you work on your weaknesses step by step.
Yes, that's the key idea. Balance. You don't ignore one side, and you don't focus too much on the other. You accept both and work with both.
I really like that approach. It feels less stressful and more positive.
Exactly. And as you continue this process, you can say, I grow, because you are becoming better little by little.
So in summary, use your strengths, improve your weaknesses slowly, and keep practicing.
Yes, and remember, growth is a process. You don't need to rush it.
Simple steps, but very powerful.
Exactly. All right, now let's review some important vocabulary from today's episode. These words will help you talk about your strengths and weaknesses in a simple and natural way.
Yes, and as always, try to repeat after us and think about how you can use these words in your daily life. These are very useful words when you talk about yourself.
The first word is strength. A strength is something you are good at. For example, this is my strength, or I use my strength in my work.
Next is weakness. A weakness is something you need to improve. You can say, this is my weakness, or I want to improve my weaknesses.
The next word is improve. Improve means to become better. For example, I want to improve, or I improve slowly over time.
Another important word is confidence. Confidence means believing in yourself. You can say, I feel confident, or I want to build my confidence.
Next is mistake. A mistake is something you do wrong. For example, I make mistakes, or I learn from my mistakes.
The next word is practice. Practice means doing something again and again to get better. You can say, I practice every day, or practice helps me improve.
Next is grow. Grow means to develop and become better over time. For example, I grow slowly, or I want to grow as a person.
And finally, we have the word accept. Accept means to be okay with something. You can say, I accept myself, or I accept my weaknesses.
These words are simple, but they are very powerful when you talk about personal growth.
Yes, and the more you use them, the easier it becomes to express your thoughts and feelings in English.
So take your time, repeat them, and try to use them in your daily conversations whenever you can.
All right, now it's time for a short speaking practice. This is your moment to use English, not just listen. Try to relax, speak slowly, and don't worry about making mistakes. The goal is to help you feel more confident when talking about yourself.
Yes, take your time and follow along with us. You can pause after each sentence and repeat it out loud. Speaking step by step like this will really help you improve your fluency.
Let's begin. Repeat after us. I have strengths. I have weaknesses. I want to improve. I accept myself. I am growing. Great job. Even if it feels simple, these sentences are very important. They help you talk about yourself in a clear and positive way.
Now let's try a couple of simple questions. Take a moment to think about your answer and then say it out loud in your own words. What is one of your strengths? What is one thing you want to improve?
You can keep your answers simple. For example, you can say, one of my strengths is being patient, or I want to improve my English.
Yes, just speak naturally, no pressure. This is your space to practice, understand yourself, and grow a little more every day.
As we come to the end of today's episode, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've talked about.
Everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and that's completely normal. It doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means you are human.
Yes, exactly. You don't need to be perfect to feel confident about yourself. You don't need to remove all your weaknesses to feel good. What matters is that you understand yourself and keep improving step by step.
I really like that idea, because sometimes we are too hard on ourselves. We focus too much on mistakes and forget that we are also growing.
Yes, and here's something important to remember. You are more than your mistakes. Your mistakes are just a small part of your journey. They don't define who you are.
And even if progress feels slow, it's still progress. You are growing every day, even in small ways.
Exactly. Before we finish, let's take a quiet moment and think about this question.
What is one strength you are proud of?
It can be something simple, like being kind, being patient, or always trying your best. Every strength matters.
And if you feel comfortable, you can share it with us in the comments. You can write, one thing I'm proud of is, and complete the sentence in your own way.
And if this episode helped you feel more confident or understand yourself better, don't forget to like this video so more people can feel encouraged too.
And subscribe to EasyTalk English if you want to keep learning English through real-life conversations like this.
All right, that's all for today.
Remember, you are not perfect.
But you are improving.